Welcome to Pemberton Hall. I'm Bill Wilson, and I'm Emeritus Member of the Board of Directors for the Pemberton Hall Foundation. I've worked out here since 1972. And we welcome you here today to a house that was built in 1741 for Isaac and Ann Handy. It is surrounded by a 200-acre park with 5 miles of nature trail system that preserves all of the original plantation within the 3 boundaries as of 1760. This plantation was a very active place in the 18th century, and we are preserving Pemberton Hall and interpreting it using architectural research, archaeological research, and archival research, so that what you will see when you visit here is going to be as accurate as possible. We are surrounded now with, for example, with the fence lines being put back on the original locations based on plats that we have from the 17th century. We have extensive research that tells us the details within the house. For example, we have 5 inventories from the 18th century which we use to furnish the house. So when you come to see us, you will see exactly what would have been here in the 18th century. The clothing that you see us wearing today is from the 18th century and is the clothing that they would have worn here during that time period. It is what the docents will be wearing when you come to visit here at Pemberton Hall. What you see out here is 3 of the original boundaries as of 1750 intact for the plantation. The original wharf, this is the oldest documented wharf in the United States, is down here at the corner. Okay, it was called Mulberry Landing. The road that you came in on is the site of the original rolling road for the plantation. The fences that you see here, if you were in your cups in the 18th century, you were said to be doing Virginia fences, which is what they are. These fences can be picked up and moved very easily. He had several miles of fence out here, and it was to fence out the animals rather than fencing them in. Pemberton Hall was built in 1741, as I said before. It is a gambrel-roofed house. It's one of the earliest in the Chesapeake region. It was an innovation for the time period. Most houses that were being built at that time period were about the size of 1 room in Pemberton Hall. 90 to 95% of the population of the Chesapeake were living in something that was 16 by 20 or 16 by 16. Usually a hall, a downstairs, and a sleeping quarters up. Pemberton Hall, however, was built, first of all, in brick, which is the reason that it still exists. Rather than being post in the ground, it has a full brick foundation. The interior of it is broken into 3 rooms on the first floor. It's called a hall and parlor house. It is a house that is 3 bay, meaning there's 3 openings across the fenestration or the openings in the building. And interior, it is 1 room deep. It's called a hall and parlor house for the time being. In the great room, you would see a walk-in fireplace and a very large square room space that was intended as the public space of the house. What you see here is an attempt to go ahead and preserve the locations for all of the outbuildings as well. Based on archaeology, we have reconstructed the milk house and the original wellhead. The original wellhead, for example, is wooden lined, as the original was based on archaeology. The milk house, which is about 10 years old at this point, is sawn log with dovetailed corners, and we've furnished them using inventory to be able to tell us what was in them. Thank you for joining us for this virtual tour. We hope that you will come back and join us in person and enjoy a full tour and a day in the park.